Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Kelly Sparks, aka Redbeard. So today's sort of a re-review, maybe a in memoriam. Is that the right word? In memory? I don't remember. We're going to do this re-review over George T. Stagg because Buffalo Trace isn't coming out with a new George T. Stagg this year for poor quality, so to speak. This is the 2019 version, I believe. I think it's 2019. I feel like it's 2019 because I didn't get one last year. So I think it's the 2019 George T. Stagg. Bottled at 116.9 proof. I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it's 2019. Anyway, I purchased it in 2019. So, Buffalo Trace, in their infinite wisdom, said we're not going to release George T. Stagg this year. I mean, which I don't really care anymore. It's great. It's a great whiskey. If you can find one at or around retail, or maybe nothing just overly gouged, it's a great buy. Period. Unless you're just independently wealthy and you can afford to spend $1,000 or more on a bottle of whiskey and not hurt your freaking budget. You don't want to miss your house payment because you went and bought a bottle of whiskey because you got the worst case of FOMO. Don't do it. It is, this one particularly was quite delicious. Spicy, like fuck off. Toasted cinnamon, just graham crackers. I mean, it's, if you get the opportunity to try it at a reasonable price, I say go for it. If you're wealthy and you can afford a $1,000 bottle, I say go for it. If you're not wealthy and you can't afford it, what the fuck is going on over there? Find some friends, maybe go in together, just so you're not out a bunch of money. Now, on to Buffalo Trace and their decisions. So, they got to this point in the year, and I'm sure they knew prior to October that these were not going to be good barrels, and we're not going to use them for George T. Stagg. So what do? You just don't fucking release anything? What are you going to do with them next year if they're not up to standards? How about you release, and I got this idea from somebody else, old Bubba on Instagram. What the fuck is Bonnie doing? I think there's a mouse over there in the wood pile. How about release a freaking barrel proof Buffalo Trace version? You got barrel proof benchmark. Give us a freaking age statement Buffalo Trace. I mean, give us a freaking 10-year Buffalo Trace. Or a freaking barrel proof Buffalo Trace. Or a freaking barrel proof Old Charter. Or a freaking barrel proof Eagle Rare. Something. You just completely let your entire fan base down. So you could have came out with a limited edition one-off bottling of whatever with the juice from that barrel, from those barrels, and still kept your freaking fan base happy. Hey guys, we're not going to release George T. Stagg this year, but those barrels are going to be used in a barrel proof Buffalo Trace label. Or whatever. It's irritating because you got, I'll never buy another one unless I luck out and win a pick in the lottery, in our local lottery. I won't ever buy another one. I'm not going to spend secondary prices. For one, I'm not independently wealthy. Fuck off, fly. It's like, yeah. I'm going to get you. So, I'm not going to purchase one secondary market. I don't have FOMO anymore. I used to have FOMO. But it's great whiskey. Great. I suggest you try it if you can find it at a reasonable price. I know that's like the 4th or 5th time I've said it, but it needs to be, some people need to just realize it. But yeah, I think Buffalo Trace let us down this year. I mean, of course I see the point of not releasing a substandard George T. Stagg, but give us something. Give us something else. Give us a freaking give us a freaking high quality substandard label. Whatever. Barrel proof Buffalo Trace would have been awesome. Whatever, because you could have took those barrels, blended them with some young barrels, and had a brand new freaking flavor profile, fucking barrel proof old charter. That'd have sold like hotcakes. That'd have been selling for $1,000 on the secondary market. Look, rumor is, it's the Buffalo Trace, or it's the George T. Stagg that they didn't release. Anyway, somebody commented on one of my old videos. It was a Rebecca Creek 10-year. I don't know if it was a man or a woman. I think their name was Tracy or something. They said something along the lines, I got my phone here somewhere. I was reading off the back of the label, and I said it was distilled in Tennessee, and they were like, what? It's like, did you hit your head on something, or are you illiterate? Tennessee? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't see the point in having multiple freaking question marks. One does the trick. It gets your point across. There's no need to put 3. So, I just sent it to this person. I didn't share it with anybody else. I screen recorded myself. I got the pictures of the bottle itself, front and back, and I screen recorded. I'm like, here's the bottle in question. Swipe to the next picture. Here's the back of that label. And if you zoom in real close, distilled in Tennessee. So I put the link in the comment. So if you want to go see that video, go find the Rebecca Creek 10-year, find my comment, and I say, here's the proof. I'll wait for your, I said, I await your apology for being rude. So, whatever. Don't judge me or doubt me. I'm right about 97.3% of the time. Yeah. I'm not perfect by any means. Anyway. So, shit. Don't talk with whiskey in your mouth. It doesn't work out. So, I think that's all I got on this one. It's a sad day. Maybe they were just lying. Maybe it wasn't substandard. Maybe they're just wanting to hold on to it. They're pulling a freaking Knob Creek on us. Holding on to the older barrels. Maybe they want to throw a wrench in everything. We'll have another Warehouse C tornado surviving whiskey. Maybe they'll do like 2 releases in 2022. Like, hey guys, this is the 2022 version of George T. Stagg, and this is the older version of the 2021 barrels we were going to release. Marketing genius. Anyway, that's all I got. But don't pay what you will for this whiskey. Whatever you want to pay for it, you know what? Do it. Because you might not get to experience it ever again. At the same time, don't fucking put yourself out. I mean, don't freaking cut your nose off to spite your face. You know what I mean? Don't miss your utilities or your kid's birthday or something important just to try some whiskey. At the end of the day, they're going to keep making this shit. They're not going to keep releasing it every year, obviously, but they're still going to keep making it. Like what Freddie Johnson said in the Neat documentary. If you haven't watched the documentary Neat, I suggest watching it. Freaking flies. Why? Where are you coming from? Go watch it. At the end of the documentary, Freddie Johnson, who works at Buffalo Trace. We've all seen videos of him, just like a gentlemanly Southern black man. He's just super nice guy. Seems like he's a super nice guy. Anyway, he's talking to the camera and telling the story about him, his father, and his older brother, or one of his brothers, and they were drinking a bottle of 23-year-old Pappy. And he went to put the cork back in it, and his dad said, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, this is a hard to find. This is a sought after whiskey." He's like, it's rare. And he's like, "I'm just gonna put it up for another day." He's like, "No, this is that moment. This is the moment you share with your family, because you're not gonna get this moment back." So, in conclusion, if you haven't seen it, he stated they finished the bottle that evening. Of course, one bottle of whiskey with three professional drinkers, I would imagine, is not a hard task. Even just sitting there and just casually sipping. But they finished the bottle that evening, and I want to say he said 6 to 9 months or something like that, they had both moved on, which was pretty sad. Made me freaking cry. But yeah, that's what it's all about. Sharing your whiskey. With that said, check the description below for all the ways to help out with the bills around the house. Like the video, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, all that bullshit. If you don't, I don't care. Whatever. I'm just doing this for me now. Like always, drink some whiskey, share with your friends and family. Be safe, don't drink and drive, take care. We'll see you next time. Cheers.